Hey guys, this is Nem. I just wanted to give like a quick and dirty kind of what Palace of the Dead soloing is, why people do it, and what people used to think versus what they think now. Palace of the Dead used to be like this really cool, fast way of leveling up to 61. It's not really used like that anymore though. It's used more for the rewards, the prestige, the challenge. People consider Palace of the Dead solo runs to be the most difficult thing in the game to accomplish. They consider the title to be the rarest. They also consider some of the bosses in there to be the hardest bosses in the game because of how you have to handle them as a solo player. If you're wondering like what kind of rewards or reasons there might be for soloing Palace of the Dead, I've got this MS Paint screenshot barrage for you. There's a couple of mounts. This one can be between 10 and 14 million gil for this one. Bunch of titles, including the Necromancer, rarest title. Bunch of weapon skins, and I've got some URLs here if you're interested to see what other kind of loot you can get, like weapon skins or chocobo bardings, orchestrion rolls, other stuff that you can sell. Most of it for quite a lot of gil. So when you're in here, you get XP as well. If you want to use it to level jobs, it's not the most efficient, but if you like killing multiple birds with one stone, it's good for that. You also get all your tomestones. You get, your weekly astronomy, your aphorism, your poetics. It's not the fastest way to get it, but again, if you like accomplishing multiple things while focusing on a higher objective, it kind of provides you a lot of that. Uh, and that's pretty much why. Let's cover why or what you need to get started on this one here. So it's going to take a lot of your time. Each set of 10 floors has a 1 hour time limit. Usually takes between 30 and 45 minutes. There's 200 floors. So you're looking at 9 to 14 hours typically from start to finish on a full clear run, but you're going to be dying and starting over a whole bunch. So it's an investment. It changes every time though. It might sound crazy, but if you go in there and push yourself to get to that 180 boss and die to that 180 boss a time or two, I think you'll start to realize why it hooks people. But you'll need these sustaining potions in order to solo. So they're these heal over time potions that can only be used in here. You trade these Gilmore potsherds for them, which you get from bronze chests on any floor of the dungeon. You do trade them in at Quarry Mel to this dude right here. You'll also level up your Palace of the Dead weapon and armor while you're in there by unlocking silver chests. You don't need this at 99.99 to participate or to play, but you'll need to get those there eventually in order to like kill the higher bosses and stuff like that. I think it's really cool that free to play players can play this content unrestricted. There's Gunbreaker, Dancer, Samurai Reaper, Sage, and Red Mage, and you should add Blue Mage as jobs you can't play in Deep Dungeon as a free to play player, just because you can't unlock those jobs as a free to play player or a trial player. Uh, Blue Mage can't be played by anybody in here, so it would probably break Deep Dungeon entirely. But yeah, it's just one of those things. It's a really difficult challenge. There's a leaderboard. There's a whole bunch of stuff, a whole community around it because it's hardcore. It's intense. It's not just a time investment. Like sometimes you have to pick in games challenges between, well, this is not that difficult, but it's just going to take a long time, or this is not going to take a lot of time, but it's really difficult, right? Well, this is both at the same time. It's going to take a really long time, but also it's really difficult. There's a lot of head knowledge. If you like Dark Souls games where you die and learn, oh, these enemies react in this way, or oh, they come at me like that, and now I can use that knowledge to succeed where I previously failed. That's what this is like. Fighting insurmountable odds, utilizing resources like a roguelike. That's what Palace of the Dead is about. So in 5 minutes or less, that's why people solo. That's why they participate. You can make a lot of money. You can make a lot of prestige. You can get weekly stuff done. You can just do a lot and push yourself. The scores as well are job based. So you look at your scores, you can get scores on different jobs. So and QR codes to check out the websites and stuff. Cool. That hopefully that explains it for you pretty well.